Hello and welcome to the show, where I have managed to get my car stuck immediately. I thought it'd be really cool. We'll park the vehicle up on the ramp. And I think Ewan has done the same. Thank you, Blakey. Okay, I had an idea for how we could do the funky starts, and instead what we've managed to do is get everybody stuck. Yeah. Oh, no, I've not rescued Hyper. We will return the favour of unsticking the cars that inevitably get stuck trying the cool start line idea. It didn't really work, did it? Yes, we're back on GTA 5 for some more racing. What are Gliska and Ewan doing? Oh, now Blakey's stuck. Right, we'll boop you. Oh, Blakey's reset. I'll go back and boop Blakey. We're off to a wonderful start here. I think we're going, and I'm not quite sure who to go take out for the jump start. There's a pink car stuck up on the wall. Oh, right. Shall we go do some racing? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, there's been a very big crash, and we're going to sneak through on the inside. Cool. Yeah, we've got the Pagani. Haven't driven this car for a while. Generally fairly good vehicle to drive. It's front-wheel drive, which is why we were getting them stuck quite easily. It's got a front-wheel drive, fairly long wheelbase, fairly stable on the most part. It can slide around, though, despite being a front-wheel drive, so you've got to watch out a little bit for it. But yeah, on the whole, pretty good vehicle. It should be good for racing. I don't think it has any weird collision sort of detection. There's interesting corners going on around this circuit so far. Oh, there goes the oversteer tendencies. We have a big run down a hill. Sure, can I get any... Oh, okay, so it loops around back and then that's towards the start-finish line. Cool. Right, so yeah, not a crazy complicated circuit. It's the back. we don't want to be like a drift Pagani. I feel like that's what it's after. We're gonna get a good run here down towards turn 1. It's gonna be an interesting one actually, trying to get a pass across the start finish line there, because it's a very long, seemingly never-ending corner into. Oh, not gonna stop. Oh, Danger Man did well to not end up involved in a crash through there. I just carried way too much speed. Yeah, because it's such a long corner leading onto that. Start-finish straight. The car in second could quite easily get big oversteer, much as I did, and then not be close enough for a slipstream run. So you're going to have to really sort of tame the oversteer. And the leader, because they've got the effects of catch-up, they actually have a little less chance of getting oversteer because they're going that little bit slower around the corners. So it might actually work to the leader's favour a smidge here. There was almost a gap. I backed out of it, though, when realised it was not quite going to go our way. We're going to, again, get a good run down here. We'll run the curb a smidge, get in the draft, and now we will take the lead of the race. So if we barrel in here with too much speed, we'll just get a big oversteer. Yeah. Okay, we're going to brake earlier. Liam's going to get underneath both of us here. Can I get a good run on the exit, though? Yes, I've got nowhere to go with the good run, so we end up just pushing Liam forward. Danger Man still wins that one. Oh, go back straight line. Oh, we're back to our recovery duties, I think, on this one. That time better through the chicane, although too much speed on the exit. We can kind of get away with it a little bit, mostly because the leader's going to be slow and we'll get the slipstream, so we'll get away with that little bit of a loss of time there. Liam and Hyper are going to come and join the party in the not too distant future. Yeah, so as the leader, your car is actually way more planted. Danger Man has got into trouble. It may well be a case, actually. This is like that we see with the GTA races, certainly the way we do GTA races. If you're out in front for a while, well, you can still slide it, of course, but it's a bit easier. But if you're out in front for a while, your braking zones are based, if you're learning a track, your braking zones and everything, turning points are based on a car being affected by the full force of catch-up. And when you fall back, it's really easy for a couple of corners to be driving as you were and get it wrong. You're almost not expecting the sudden speed boost you get from a draft and so on. So yeah, it's an easy mistake to make, that one. Liam is to the inside. We're going to have Hyper looking... Oh, Hyper is going to yield out of that one, which I am grateful of. I didn't want to really be... You could fit 3 vehicles wide there. It's just dicey if you're going to. We're on the outside and we will hold on to the lead for now. Hyper will, in theory, slipstream all of us, but Ewan might actually get the best run out of everybody up the hill. Everyone's so close behind me that no one's really getting a good tow down there. Come on. Oh, we are using all of the track, kind of wandered across the track a little bit in front of Hyper. Somebody's going to go alongside, I think, somewhere. We'll give space. Oh, go as best we can. Make them go the long way around for this next corner. We overshoot the entrance a little bit. No, we weren't quite. I was hoping we could kind of carry momentum on the exit there to keep hold of a position, but in the end, not quite. Where is Ewan? Oh, a little bit further back. Liam takes the lead of the race, although he's fighting the back end of that car. Sadly, it ends up in front of me and I have to lift anyway. Oh, Liam gets a really good run off of that corner. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. You're going to have to really time it perfectly if you're going to get a slipstream run to the finish line through there. We're still side by side with Ewan as we head towards this first high-speed chicane. Oh, that time we were assisted into oversteer. The car does it enough on its own, let alone if he gets a little bump. Blakey has come to join the party. It does look like there's a big group of vehicles forming up. We get a good run up the hill. Ewan doesn't go with us, I'm surprised. I was expecting to see that. They may well have momentum kind of towards this corner, which is why we're leaving plenty of space. I mean, we could have moved across. At the end of the day, at this, I don't want to get crashed into, and if somebody suddenly gets a big slipstream pull up that hill, the last thing I want is to have a big accident, so I'm happy to leave a little bit of a gap. Oh, in case. Just a little bit of a safety margin, if you like. Oh, we're out wide through there. Oh, got it all crossed up. Not what we needed. Fallen back into the middle of the group of cars. Here, I'm gonna have a lift on the way in. I don't want you to... So you don't want to be on the outside. It's not the worst corner, these aren't the worst cars. However, if you are on that outside line and the car on the inside makes a mistake, you're in so much trouble. Blakey with a great run behind, so that's the run you can get if you're like perfectly positioned for some slipstream. And we're going to get a good run here, but have nowhere to go. Oh, they are going to try the 3 wide. Ewan backed out of it, realised that one was not going to work. Everyone else had more momentum than the Frosty Gold machine, and that fighting that one was not in their best interest. I have got nothing going. We might get a little bit of the sort of side of the draft off of Liam, not quite. A load of cars have gone really far to the inside. That's not where you want to be for this corner. It's going to really screw up your line through here. We get big oversteer. I think it was level 8. Yeah, tried the real far inside, and that was a little bit too much. Oh, and Pegger's going to back out of that, thankfully. It was already looking dicey at going too wide through there, let alone, again, throwing 3 cars in the chicanes is just a risk not worth taking on this lap. You might do it, you know, if it was the battle for the lead of the race and that was your opportunity, sure, but at this point you're more likely to end up in a crash that's going to cost you the race rather than win you it. A little too close maybe for a big... No, see, we got a good toe. Liam would be the one that just loses out massively from all of that. Blakey gets a big slide through here. Oh, this is a big pack of cars. It's just more and more vehicles are joining it. Really want to move our way forward because there's so many cars that I'm not actually sure. I feel like the leader might get screwed coming out of that final corner, but everybody else, there's just so much momentum, so much energy, if you like, from every car around that, yeah, I don't know if there's enough time for anybody to get bigger runs from further back when there's this size pack. There's just so many cars in it. Oh, God. I can constantly see vehicles, like noses and bonnets in the third-person camera, and that does make me nervous. No doubt about it. We are, for once, actually quite nice through that corner. Ewan's out very wide. That's the line that I had been taking a few times here. Okay. This is a good little test. We've still got a couple of laps to go, so we'll find out, I guess. Oh, Pegger wanted to go to the inside, and I realised I left some space, but in doing so, in trying to sort of leave that space, we ended up getting big oversteer. Yeah, so you really want to be, if you're going to win it, you want to be on the outside coming around the final corner, because you can get that sneaky curb boost, and there isn't enough time, unless someone's set up perfectly, there isn't enough time for slipstream to work. I think it could work, but you'd have to have it absolutely perfectly set up, and that's difficult to do. It's always a difficult thing to do. Can we go for a little bit of a push up the hill, maybe? We're trying to get a little bit... Actually, we want less cars in the fight, basically. We don't want a 10-car... Well, okay, entertainment value, of course, we want a 10-car battle for the lead. Us value in terms of how am I going to win this? We don't want a 10-car battle for the lead, because that's when crashes happen more often than not. This track, though, as I say that, I was about to say, this track has actually gone fairly smoothly, and then we just get the tiniest of tags at a very high speed. Yeah, to be fair, Liam has very generously waited, and I'm not sure that there was much that Liam could have done. I think that was an unfortunate racing incident. We kind of tried to find a gap that was always a little bit dicey, and yeah, there just wasn't well, there was kind of space, it just wasn't quite enough. I thought I had one more lap to go. Oh, bloody hell. This really... Great race, and then final lap, couple of corners to go, something happens. That is a fun track, and it made for a really interesting, massive pack battle that went on around there. Just, yeah, me and Liam tangled right at the death, unfortunately. Blakey gets fastest lap in second. Danger Man takes victory in that one. But yeah, some good racing. Can't quite get the luck for the final lap. I am a little bit concerned going into this next race. We have the Cyclone, which is a very quick car, the Cyclone. And this is this narrow in places track. I don't quite know how well it's going to go. We shall see. Fingers crossed it can be good. Potential for it to be a big wreck, I think, is probably fair. We're already trying to fit 3 cars into the chicane. I'm backing out of that one. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You are just going to ask for a lot of trouble. We get great run up the hill here. We got anybody with us behind? Nope. We're going to go 3 wide towards the next corner. We can maybe try and stick it out wide through here. If we can get a good run on the exit. Not good enough. Oh. Nope. I'm sorry, Gliska. That was on me. I got on the power and I thought I could get away with the... what the wheeling was going on there. Yeah, I got on the power and I thought we could get away with that kind of line through there. I don't actually know if I made contact with that car or not. There doesn't seem to be any damage on the front of my car. It might have been just the slightest laggy decent collision. But yeah, I got on the power thinking we're fine coming out that corner, and then we just didn't quite have as much turning as I was expecting. And Gliska was... I mean, that is the classic case of if you're stuck on the outside of a car, and if they have an issue, or if they just get a little bit more understeer than they expect, you're in a world of trouble, because there's nothing you can do. The only thing you can really do is kind of jump on the brakes and try and cut back underneath, but you have to be able to see what's going on beforehand, and the chances of that is slim, especially on some of these corners. You just don't have time. So yeah, it was my bad. That's why we waited, but that's also the dangers of being stuck on the outside of a car if things do go a little bit wrong. Longbow had a slightly funky line through all of that. That's why they were kind of suddenly quick at a bit of an awkward place. We got away with it. We survived going through that mess. I mean, these are as difficult to drive as I was kind of expecting in many ways. We're not going to really have much of a look here. I say they're not as bad to drive as some cars, but just because of the sheer speeds involved and the narrowness of the circuit, the potential for chaos is very high. Not going to be able to do anything here. We'll just wait to get on the throttle. Hopefully on the exit we can have a good run. Let's not do anything too stupid. We're around the purple car, although I hope he's going to duck back underneath. It's good. A good cutback to retake the position there, because yeah, we got a sensible dive into the chicane. We made the dive work, but we just couldn't pull the car up in time. See, we've had some luck going for the tighter line on the exit here. Now we learn not to let it understeer as wide. A little bit of a bump between the cars ahead. Unfortunately, all of my good run there hasn't got anywhere to go, so we'll just sit up on the outside of everybody. Not quite ideal. We lost a couple of places. Bumpy's here. This is a really big group. I'm surprised. We don't often see these sort of supercars and the very fast supercars stay as a group. You normally get spread out a little bit. Oh no, we got a twitch on the curb. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Bumpy. I just got a flick of oversteer, and I have to, you have to countersteer to catch it. And unfortunately, Bumpy was the one that came off worse from that. Oh. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Again, nothing really either of us could have done in that. It's very wide. I was expecting there to be stop sticks out there, to be honest. But there we go. Well, we are in 10th position. This here is alongside us, and again get that understeer. I thought I'd got that corner as I had been taking it, but apparently we didn't. There's a lot of trading of paint going on up ahead. Oh, Blakey's spun off the nose of, I think, Ollie perhaps through there. Chris tries to cut back underneath all of us. We make a bunch of positions through there by keeping our nose clean and not ending up out wide. Going to have a little lift on the way in. I don't quite know how much speed we can get away taking through this corner. Not going to get to the inside of Longbow. Let's not get a sudden kick of oversteer when we don't need it. Glisket will pass us on the run to the start-finish line. We've got a few laps to go. We're not that far, so we're certainly not that far away from the lead group, so we're going to be involved in this fight one way or another. Nicely does it, I think, through here. Oh, get a little bit of that understeer from the car. Oh, that Danger Man spun across the nose of somebody by the looks of it. Pega leads from Ollie. Longbow is in third. We're going to try and sneak to the inside of Liam here, but we're both going to get slipstream. In fact, Liam's going to get the run off the corner. You can kind of jump the curb a smidge there. Oh, we're side by side with you, and you've got to be really... It's going to be really lenient if you're going to go side by side with the car there. You've got to be aware that you cannot go as quickly through that section when there's a car alongside you as you can, or when you are on your own. Oh, Ewan with the big oversteer moment that time around. Oh, and Ewan's hit the curb and is going to go around. Oh, and Blakey's gone around on the outside. I had nothing to do with them. That one, I was a witness to Ewan going around, and I couldn't get my car out of the way in time. And I think Blakey, trying to avoid everything going on the inside, had their own issue on the outside curb. Okay, well, these cars are catching people. It's caught me out as well. These cars are catching people out. They can spin in a slightly unusual way for the big four-wheel drive electric supercars, if you like. You don't quite expect that. They feel very heavy. I don't know what actually it is, but kind of the understeer makes them feel very heavy, and I just don't quite expect... Oh, we got such a run there, but got nowhere to go. Just end up straight in the back of Longbow. Level 8 makes the most of it to an extent. A little bit of lag from there. Glisson gets away with all of that. Okay. Can we sort ourselves out here? Can we get towards the lead 3? Surely we must by the end of this race. I feel like we might be able to do that. Almost tagged Longbow going through there. You see, Gliska did that's exactly what I did against Bumpy. That sort of like twitch and counter steer. Longbow gets out of it better though. That one didn't quite get all the way to the wall. We had a good run through here, and we will take position away from Gliska. Get it stopped for this next corner, puts us up to 5th. And we're basically in the slipstream of the lead group, but so is everyone else soon to be. So the lead 4 had a little bit of a breakaway. They enjoyed that little bit of a breakaway, but it's all going to come back to have a ludicrous finish or a big crash. Come on, I want to get to the end of a race without a big crash on the final lap, please. That would be ideal. I mean, most of them have been kind of out of my control almost. This is when I do it myself, just spin my car on my own. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me with the luck we've had in these last couple. Oh, it's the inside of level 8. A little bit of oversteer in committing to that move. We made it. Well, we kind of made it work. They got a much better run on the exit, though. Oh, God. A couple of laps to go. Gliska's looking for a gap. There was kind of a gap somewhere in all of that, but not an easy one to find. Danger Man is here, side by side in the chicane. Oh, I carried a bit more speed on the way in than I wanted to, but I had to, because otherwise I think we're going to get in trouble. Oh. We've all got a good run up the hill. We will take the lead, but Danger Man is going to make it 4 wide potentially. Maybe he has backed out of that. Didn't see the red car. It should have had the run, but I didn't see it yet. Cut back to the inside. Probably a sensible manoeuvre rather than trying to make it 4 wide. We are on a very wonky line through there, so we're going to fall back into line. We lose another place to level 8. Oh, Gliska's on the outside through all of this. I think it's almost like... Oh, there was a big shunt further. Okay. I was about to say, it was almost like we had a whole field together, but then it's like went on further back and has now spread it out again. Good news for us at the front. Just less cars going to be vying for this victory on the final lap. We get a crazy run from a long way back. And I wouldn't be going on the brakes if that was the run to the finish line. Of course not. But we get such a great run. I think we're going to take the lead of the race. We're side by side with Danger Man here. Oh, get a little bit of paint swapping. Liam's having a look there. Not quite going to work. But of course, this is going to change. We've got the lead of the race now, but we know it's going to change as we head up the hill. Gliska's to the inside. Liam's to the inside. No one's got past us up here. I mean, they will do, I would expect, towards the next corner. It's unlikely we're going to be able to keep it as much as we can. Oh, we can jump the chicanes a little bit here and get some speed. This is where it all went wrong for me last time. I don't know where Gliska is quite going. We're wide on the exit. Expecting that, yeah, the turquoise car is alongside. Liam is here. It might come down to us 3 now. There was a crash in the background. I don't quite know who did what. Liam's going to try to sweep around the outside through all of this. Can Liam carry the speed on that outside line? I think they will here, you know. I think they will. Try to get there. It's not enough. It's going to be a second place for us. Yeah, Liam just had the momentum on the outside, and I just didn't have the grip. I didn't have the grip to be able to do anything on that tighter line, and we didn't have any slipstream or anything like that, so we couldn't really... I couldn't really make anything work. Blakey gets fastest lap down in 6th place. That was a mad race. It was good fun. That's a fun circuit. It's sketchy. It's not sketchy as such, but the speeds and the closeness that we were racing, it was easy, very easy to make little mistakes. The Cyclone's a touch oversteerier, sure, than I expected, but there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and thank you to Ewan for building this sketchy, scary little circuit. Probably a better way. We had some good fun battles around there, and some big crashes along the way. That though shall be it for today. Until next time, goodbye.